next, I can see some nice potential matches, but I don't want to call my shots too heavily. But to be honest, I'd be happy to get Pinhead versus Parker at some point, because I see that's a match that will be coming up eventually.
Wait,
Uh,
are they in the same pool? Oh,
They
yeah,
are.
Zone Theory. I couldn't see Parker's tag because it says Zone Theory in front of it.
Yes. Parker has been opening their eyes a bit to the world of zoning, and you know, I think
That's
they if anything they said to me that they will go too hard on zoning and then learn how to pull it back, which
sort of
I
what
think
was
is
talking
good.
About. That it's okay to be too, you know, too zony for now, because then you learn when it's good, and then you can start reeling back. Like, that's how I
Yeah,
like
I mean I think that's a big part about playing to learn, is just sort of being like, oh, okay, let me try it and learn from it, even if it was wrong. Because when you intentionally are playing a certain way, it's like, oh, okay, well, I did get this opening. When they dashed back, this hit them. When they came in, this hit them. So now I have those tools in my repertoire to say, if I switch to a more zony play style for a little bit, here's how my options will change and differ. And I think sorties and just long range characters in general really exemplify that, because you can go in or you can play a more spacing zoning game, and both can be good in different scenarios.
Yeah, being able to switch paces like that is really good.
Blurr, okay.
So we're getting clmty, the link we were just
clmty
versus Blurr, who beat Galeblaze. Both of these players beat Galeblaze. This is actually, I think, the battle for first seed in this pool, at least so far, based on both the prior seeding and who they've beaten already.
Yep, I think this will be one of our. Well, it's really an interesting match. We saw Blurr last time as well.
Blurr's definitely in the scene in the beginner PM Discord. I've seen them in a lot of these brackets, also in Wombat Wednesdays.
Oh, have they been competing in Wombats? Okay, so
I've seen them, not all of them, but I've seen them in them, I believe. Definitely a net play grinder. And they beat Pinhead, the DDD/Falcon. I think that was their previous set. Now they're moving on to play Parker, so. Yeah, this should be a good one.
Gamers? Oh, hey, how's it going, Zoe?
What's up, Zoe? Zoe, who does Blurr play? I feel like you'll remember, and I won't. I know I don't.
Zoe's more invested in the scene than us, you know?
I feel like Zoe just knows things like this.
Well, Zoe's interacted with a lot of the communities, so it's like I think it's easier to remember people when you've been around them more.
Okay, Zoe doesn't know. I'm sorry I talked you up so much. Okay,
Zelda. All right, Zelda. You know what? I think I do remember that.
Okay.
So interesting. So we're gonna see Zelda Link, which is a matchup I've played a lot because of Xtal.
Right.
And it's interesting. I mean, I actually think that in general it favors Link. I think that you're able to space her out pretty well, and the more zoning playstyle clmty might work out really well for this matchup.
If you can stay patient, then that's totally gonna work out. This will be a test of Parker's mental, I think.
Because like Zelda will wait.
Yeah.
Like Zelda will side B. Zelda can just space short hop double fairs or fair wavelands. Like she doesn't have to go in, and she can when she wants to because she has that teleport. But
I think definitely like keeping Zelda out is the move. But
oh, for sure.
The struggle, especially mentally, is like being able to continue playing slow if you don't have the lead, which I think is sort of what you have to do against Zelda. Like you've got to be able to make a slow comeback. You can't just blow up Zelda usually.
I told Parker yesterday for best of fives, if you want to zone, you have to in your heart say this set might take 40 minutes.
Yeah,
you know, it doesn't have to, but you have to be okay with that, because the moment you say this is taking too long, I need to go in, you can't zone.
No, that's definitely a big part of it. You got to be like, I'm okay with this taking a long time. And like,
I in my head, I repeat to myself over and over. I say, this is my night. I've got nowhere to be. I'm gonna keep playing till the set's over.
Yeah. Because it's easy to get into the mindset of like, this is taking so long? Like,
I just want something to happen.
I just
Yeah,
want it
exactly.
to be done. Because it's stressful, right? You want to relieve that tension of, neutral continuing. But the more patient you are, the longer you can hold that out and get it to be in your advantage.
Yeah. So I think we might just be having a little bit of a pause. Link has 3 projectiles and built-in shield sword, and y'all don't just run and spam. That's crazy. Link is not Toon Link. I actually think that that's one of the worst, one of the biggest lies the devil ever told was that Link is a camper. Not only because I've explained in the Ontario Discord that it's not a projectile, by the way. Zera is not a projectile, although it functionally it's a big sword. Yeah, is how you should think of it.
Disjointed move.
But yeah, no, it's really not worth it to just run, because like a lot of his reward comes from going in with his projectiles, and like so it's like that's why it's like a lot of his play is this sort of spacing in that mid range, not about running away and staying at the far range.
I also feel like Link has like pressure.
It works for me usually. Zoe, do you play Link? I don't know if I've ever seen your Link.
Zoe probably plays Link like she plays Pit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Link gets a lot off of like hitting your shield and like cornering you and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, having like having
like,
first hit of fair be +1 and second hit be -1 means like, oh, okay, this is a nice mix up.
Plus, you can have bomb stuff going on at the same time. Like, Link can do some really scary.
Is this Blitz? No, that's Blurr. Okay, my bad. I got excited.
Why would it be Blitz?
I didn't see that Parker was playing player 1, and I just saw BL, and then I saw the I, and I was like, oh, what if?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Zelda.
No, I wasn't really saying anything. It's just that we're gonna have to see how this goes. As we were saying, like, not as I said, I don't think it's every matchup, but definitely this matchup, I do want to see more zoning Parker. I do not want to see go in, because Zelda is one of the big characters that she thrives off of punishing you more than she gets off of like going in herself. And because of that, if you can force her to go in, well, she's not, her kit is a lot more limited.
Zelda definitely has ways to deal with this Link stuff. Like, I'm curious to see how Blurr plays Zelda. I've seen some aggressive Zeldas, I've seen some campy Zeldas.
We're gonna have to see as well. I don't know if Parker has a lot of experience with dealing with teleport cancels. I'm not sure how much Blurr likes to abuse them, but they can be kind of nasty when you're first getting used to them.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see. Looks like we're gonna go to Pokemon Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for them to
Looks like we're just hanging out for a second, you know, letting the juices flow.
and the C stick around.
You know, okay, we'll get into it later, but yeah, let's talk about this match.
Go.
Yeah, Parker. The one thing I'll say is that,
is that on their end or on our end?
I hope it's on our end.
I think it seems like they crashed. Someone crashed. Alas.
Okay, well, we'll go in. Although I think that actually that's a very important start that we just saw. Parker going in and grabbing a bomb, kind of a mix of styles.
Yeah, and I mean that can be to set up, some of the pressure, kind of thing. You've got the bomb to counter hit for you if you get put into tumble.
Yeah, I think that I think it's just like the way Parker wants to zone relies a lot on bombs, and bombs are good, but they're linear, and honestly their knockback is too big to get a lot of the reward off of it as a projectile compared to like Toon Link's bombs.
Yeah, Toon Link's bombs
Whereas
are
Toon
more
Link's
of like
bombs
a
really just
reset,
lock
they're
you in
multi-hit.
place.
Yeah, it's like a PK fire almost.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of how it functions, so it's like Link bombs are okay for that, but it's like it's one of several pieces of why I don't think that a real, like, if you want to use the phrase camping, like that camping style really works the same way for Link as it does for Toon Link, who I think it's like one of his main modes of play.
Yeah, that would affect it. Like, just how easy it is to actually confirm off of a bomb that's sitting around. You can definitely do it with Link, but it's sort of, you need to be setting up more specific situations. You can't just like.
Yeah, and like you can see different players. Like we've had E2XD, we've had Red X. They tried to use bombs a lot more and try and like focus on sort of creating traps and using bombs as a space control. Whereas myself, I don't use bombs most on stage, and Parker didn't until recently use them as much as he has been. But okay, I think we're good.
I'm a huge bomb believer.
You're a big bomb believer?
I'm a big bomb believer.
I'm not.
I love setting up a bomb, leaving it on the ground, pulling another bomb, starting something up, getting the old bomb back into it. I'm a big bomb believer.
I just think that I think it's cool and I get why it's fun, but I think that in most situations there's a better tool that you could be using, and that tool is there.
The problem is that you're always spending time and just giving up.
Yeah, because it's 40 frames to grab a bomb.
Blurr immediately turned into Sheik.
Yeah, it turns into and back from. I
no idea what that's.
I wonder if that's the. Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
I was thinking that it might be the IRL meta of loading Zelda's and Sheik both, so you can switch later.
Oh, wow! Does that actually affect it?
I think it loads once, and then once it's loaded, it's good. Although I might just be lying to you. I hope I'm not.
Okay. I feel like it's different between setups, but it's usually consistent within that setup.
Okay, maybe that is the case. I genuinely thought it was. Ooh, bomb! Take it. Bomb believer.
Here we are in a scenario where Parker is down against Zelda and has to approach to some degree.
Yeah,
gets caught
finding
by
that Zair into up air is really important in this matchup. You really need to be able to, because once Zelda's in the air, she's actually in a really awkward situation. Ooh, nice job with that there.
Good confirm, keeping it even.
She will die to that very quickly, but this, unfortunately, Pokemon's actually a frustrating stage, because the percent that she at lowest could die at from your down throw down air, she will also tech on platforms before you down air. So you have to overshoot a little bit. If you
that Zair bomb actually almost caught his ass back. Yeah, definitely you're gonna want to avoid doing middle jumps or moves in this matchup. Zelda's always looking for air back. That's like their whole win condition.
It didn't work out, but I actually really like the cuteness that was get up attack, shield your own bomb.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a snake shield and grenade kind of maneuver. Didn't work out.
I'm pretty sure you got to load it a few times, but it's been a minute. Oh yeah, I'm not 100% certain. I just remember when I went to Summit 2016, I had talked with Shielded mains about how we should not use USB loader because it's a different meta.
No, that's wild. They got an out of game hardware meta going on.
Yeah, exactly. There was a whole thing.
I'm liking Blurr's punish game right now, by the way. He's really just
This should kill. That's high enough. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Parker knows
it's really important to recognize when the up air will kill and the down air won't reach on Zelda, because she floats up pretty quickly. Oh, I love what we're seeing. Resetting the pressure, adding more damage. Zelda cannot hold this percent. Parker's really scraping his way back. That said, Blurr is controlling space well. I think use of these neutral bees are actually a really nice way of.
That was a bit of a risky up B, especially because now he won't be able to do that bomb jump. I'm not sure if Parker's comfortable with any of the other bomb jumps.
Oh, and yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, the other bomb jumps they're complicated. If I'm real, even I keep wanting to incorporate Bravest Boy at as my normal bomb jump, but gosh, you miss it and you just die. And it's
under pressure, it's really hard. What about bomb thrust? I don't know where that bomb
thrust is okay. It's just it wastes a lot of vertical space. It's you have to have huge clearance, and at that point you're eating into what you would be doing.
So you would basically only do that if you can't do Bravest Boy and you've also stealed your up B.
Yeah, honestly, the thing is that the anti-USB loader meta was older. Because I think USB loader, while it has been around for quite a while, it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. I own probably 15 USB loader setups at this point, and I'm never gonna go get this for them.
Parker's definitely down, but he's doing a good job not getting hit at the moment. But back throw almost kills. Another edge guard scenario.
Ooh, nice job grabbing that ledge.
Early there, I feel.
Parker could have gone for the Zair, but I get it. You sort of commit to an option at that range. One thing I'd love to have seen from Parker was maybe waiting an extra beat, because going lower can often make the threat of up B and Zaire a bit more potent.
Like they run out of ledge invincibility and then
Exactly. So it's like,
if
and
they
it
get
also,
off, then you can Zaire for free. But if you up E, then you hit them.
Waiting a little longer there could be good.
yeah, they can take their time, no issues. We're definitely not going to see a character change. I actually don't think there would need to be one. And
It wasn't that bad, but it was just, it's a hard leash to come back on. Just can't. Almost not that hard. We'll see what Parker does with this room. No platforms to interrupt, still confirms. I've done something insane with windows on my computer.
I really am loving Parker's use of jab right now. I think it's one of the most important tools in this matchup. Because while Zelda can crouch cancel, she doesn't do it in the same way a lot of characters do, just because she's light and floaty. So it's a nice way of just like creating a wall, although that's gonna kill. He didn't get.
Oh no, did it crash again?
Well, it sounds like. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, there was a shutdown. Yeah, it seems like Blurr may have.
They're probably
crashed
gonna
again.
restart this with 4 stocks to 3.
Yeah, well, I'll say I will advocate for it because Parker very clearly missed a AGT, and that's why they died there.
Do you think they'll restart just 4 stocks?
I mean, it's ultimately up to the players, and like I'm not gonna. But
I feel like Parker would do either. Like, I feel like he's not one to press for something like that. But it would be unfortunate because there was 60% on that Zelda, and if they start 4 to 3, then it's gonna be 0% on that Zelda.
Someone crashing again. Maybe Parker just quit out. Oh, Parker, please say it ain't so.
No. Surely someone crashed.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you crashed.
Maybe we crashed. Maybe they're still playing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll send Parker a DM.
He's in the other call, or he was. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Was it us? Or was it Blurr? Or
If anyone asks, it wasn't us though.
No, we're perfect. Couldn't have been us.
I think Parker quit out. Oh, Shadrake calling out his boy.
Shadrake thinks Parker quit out. We think the stream just dropped and they're still playing.
Man, Parker's gonna watch back this VOD and know that you doubted him, Shad.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that shit inside, you know? Chocolate sipping. No, Chocolate 11 quit?
What are you talking about? It's not even on stream.
No, but he's like, I'm saying like, did he quit out of like bracket? Is he not playing?
Chocolate 11's already played a set. Played 2 sets. So
I want to see Chocolate 11 so bad. I love chocolate.
I'm a Chocolate 11 lover.
I'm a chocolate lover, you know?
Yeah. I want to see him play Glizzy Hut Jr. They're in the same pool.
Oh, nice job to looks like Lagonro knocked out or beat Chocolate 11. The good shit to Lagonro.
Yeah. That's wild. I can't imagine I feel like that's probably not even. I feel like that matchup probably isn't even that good for Ivysaur. Like, I feel like
no, I actually think the opposite. I think it's notoriously good for Ivysaur.
Really? Just
yeah,
hard to do anything.
Yeah, well, because also like Waddles give heals and like the space. The way that Ivysaur controls space is really like annoying for DDD, and Ivysaur's back air like can just have huge option coverage for his up B. She just like can just keep resetting him off stage really easily. No, I want to say that like it's notoriously good for Ivy, but like I'm not. That might be old data. I might have somebody hop in the chat and yell at me. Ivy can't heal off Waddles anymore. Oh, okay. So that I might be having a little bit of old info. It was 100-0 in 3.6.
Yeah, I mean it's probably still hard in the way that DDD matchups are just hard because DDD.
The real question is, can Ivy heal off of Gordos?
Well, presumably not. I feel like Gordos don't even be having a hurt box.
Oh, gifted subs.
Wow, look at that.
Fudge Pop coming in. Thank you, Fudge Pop.
Oh wow, look at the lurkers in chat. Finger Stripes and Altan are actually here.
Dang, he says a lot more that Finger Stripes hasn't been contributing to all this link combo.
Yeah, Finger Stripes, Finger Stripes,
Finger Strips,
Chicken Strips.
Still winning for Ivy though, I'd say. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I don't think it was just the healing off Waddles that made it like really good for Ivy, but that is fair that it was removed, because it literally was just like, oh no, I've put out my spacing tool. Now I have to rush in to stop her from healing off of it.
Alright, it seems like we're going back in, so I guess they did crash.
Okay.
Alright, we'll see what stocks they do.
Stock 5 stocks.
No, they're probably just running on ASD. Yeah. I'm gonna assume they'll do 4 and 4. We'll see.
I would also assume as much, but whatever they decide is also okay.
Alright, looks like Parker's gonna take the stock.
Is he doing the damage then?
No. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe
You're
they're
replicating
trying to
damage. Okay.
Okay, alright, that makes sense then. Stealing bombs then.
All right, and they're gonna go at 46% to 0. Okay, so
Good stage.
no, they're planning on
this was the
FP.
stage. Yeah, it was definitely the stage. Parker was like dead onto the stage with the crash.
Yeah.
Alright, definitely Parker keeping his distance. He's gonna try and take this stock without getting hit, and that's...
I like it. Yeah, putting out those back airs is like a really quick option at a shield. Ooh, they can do a lot. It's only a frame slower, or 2 frames slower than narrative shield, but covering your back is always nice.
That's why he was fishing for grab with his skills. Yeah. Oh, not yet.
That was not ideal DI, but yeah, I think Parker had to go for the down air there.
I can see why that would be scary against the fully though. Like, you don't want to get hit for even 4%. Okay, makes it to stage that time. I was worried that would just really stop immediately.
That still won't kill. Unfortunately, Link's down smash, one of the only tools that actually has a boy mechanic of stronger closer to the hilt. Most of Link's attacks are actually weird. I think they're stronger near the middle of the blade. But he also just does not have a lot of space. Like, just...
That's cool. I don't know. Well, I guess I did. So that was a perfectly invincible stall from Blurr there. That was kind of wild. That bomb did nothing to them.
Oh, did not find that they needed.
Waiting out the lag there, I think. Or at least the lag might have been
All right, and they'll take it. All right, 106%. It is a chunky percent, but definitely not down.
I've seen moments in this set where it can be done.
Oh, buffer has been increased. Mid-game buffer increase. No conferring. The silent agreement between players. Oh boy, something scary almost just happened.
So because none of those zoning options hit, Blurr was able to just close the gap and force Parker all the way off stage, basically.
That's gonna.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, this is a little unfortunate, but again, okay, down a stock, nothing down and out at all. I actually like that Dacus there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get a lot of percent on Zelda, it's gonna be because she's stuck above you, right? Dacus is a good.
I'm getting this just in. Our eye in the sky. Blur's a little laggy. Blurr refers to the visual quality of the game on his PC, on their PC.
It's blurry.
Blurry, yeah. Oh, people in the chat are watching the ping in the corner.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Fair.
Up air should be able to kill.
Nice. Alright, this is actually even. Parker, that stock did a good job of not taking too much damage. So we can keep up the zoning.
Oh, a very funny hit. That almost never
Yeah,
happens.
see, there's the double bomb. The bomb shit. I like it. Didn't hit at all, but I like it. Parker dash dancing. I feel like I don't see Parker dash dancing.
Oh, tries to go for a pivot grab, but just lightly gets hit. That explosion will help him, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I like that Blurr tried to confirm it in the back there. That was sick. But just a little bit off.
Max range, just get an up air. Okay, perfect.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a bit of an overextension. If you are going to extend like that as Link, you kind of have to do it with up airs because the risk of getting fair or bared is kind of big.
Yeah, you want to think about where Zelda's threat zones are, right? Like, you don't want to be in front of Zelda in the air. You want to be on.
No, exactly it. Like you have to. That's the mentality you need to sort of go into the matchup with. Not about should I overextend or not. Although that is important. Although that should kill.
All right, dead even.
Yeah. She once she passes 90% is where it gets awkward, and you kind of are like, oh, will up air kill, or do I have to overextend with the dare?
Yeah. Parker backing up, set up his play again.
I love it. I love that up throw to get around the fact that down throw would have been DI backwards.
Parker, instead of trying to continue the combo, step back, pull the bomb, and then punish.
Nice, I love the up B. This is actually really threatening. Just needs to find a way to safely get this kill. A down throw up air will kill at this percent, so we are outside of the down throw risk range, and that should just be it.
Roll. That didn't kill. Also, Parker almost killed himself.
I don't know if that was the strong hit, if I'm 100% honest, but because it looked like he hit from the side. So...
Okay, but that'll close it out. We're going to game 3.
And he would have died if it had not.
Parker's still ready to up be off the stage. Even though it's just
very big commitment, Parker.
I mean, he's probably just trying to go to ledge, but if you go with too much speed, you just fly up. Alright, we get to see the game 3 after all that lag and crashing. We're moving on.
When you play against floaties, you have to juggle time, you have to wait and be careful. This is very true. The thing is that when you're a sortie, it's a little bit different, because you can just say, the move I'm going to throw out will just out disjoint you. Which is why up air is such an important tool in the matchup.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe like falling back down and then doing it up tilt or something would be good.
It can for sure. The thing is that like fewer active frames means that like if they have any kind of stall, it can get you punished for it.
Sure. Alright, this is probably a good counterpick for Blurr considering how much Parker was making use of the space on FD. Also the higher ceiling.
Alright, don't go. Oh, I guess I don't go off stage for the dare, but
oh, opt to teleport down with a bomb. That's an interesting option. Zelda teleport does have quite a lot of startup, so sometimes you don't even deal with the guessing where she's gonna go. You can just hit the startup.
By the way, this stage is one where that we ideally, I was about to say, we ideally want to see the full hop fair to kill, not the up air there.
The sides are closer.
Because even though it is, it's actually slower than down air, the hitbox makes it actually a lot easier for you to get there in fewer frames. And the sides, yeah, exactly, will be able to take it off faster.
Jab, dash attack. It's like this Link equivalent of like jab back air with spaces.
It's actually really legit because dash attack is Link's fastest move. It is. I think it's tied with jab technically, but in practice is a frame faster.
I think Parker was expecting to be able to tech that side beam, but like didn't quite have enough knockback to...
I love that. Menacingly walk away.
Appreciating the zoning.
The big thing I want to see from Parker is I want to see more of an attempt to like up air defensively and like cover that space above, because right now once Blurr's above, there's the way Parker's interacting is going up there to interact with them, rather than just try and be like, hey, let me put a hitbox up. And yeah, Gilblaze, I will comment on that. Link is the second, if you take the ratios of walk speed to run speed, Link is the second smallest difference. I think after Falco's number 1. But that means it's really important, because if you're trying to cover ground as Link, walking there is almost as good as running. And in matchups where projectiles matter, that means you might as well just walk.
While we're talking, Parker is, you know, almost 3 stocks up.
Yeah, listen, Parker's putting in the work.
I wanted to say something about part of how he's getting these kills. Blurr's not really respecting just the sheer range on Link's grab. Like, Blurr's just landing, thinking they're safe, you know, a good distance away from Link, and Parker's just going for these
I love the up B attempt, a little bit slow. I will remind Parker that if you are going to try that, you hit on the front side first, so try and turn around when you do it. Parker not giving up the stock.
This is looking so different from games 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I really love like how it's happening. Like it does seem like Parker's just finding the right times to go in. Ooh, that up air, I mean, was the advice I wanted, but you want, if you're doing an overcommitment, stay low. Keep your body outside of their range. clmty's going nuts. Clmty is gonna kill. Okay, no. Need to read this tech.
You know what this is? This is what we were talking about, where Parker was zoning Parker was running in game 1, he was zoning game 2, and now just put the pieces
Now he's
together.
doing both, baby.
Yeah. And it's you know, it's the best of both worlds. Like, Blurr is not comfortable enough to start putting out dins, but also Parker's staying far away enough and tacking on damage even when they're not getting openings. okay. Try to do
Yeah.
that. I feel like that's not a terrible option for trying to cover Zelda stuff, but
What?
time
I don't know. I like it. I think it is actually slower than if you just like raw wave landed to ledge, but
But if you time it right, you get the strong hitbox out. So if you time it right, you can
that's
cover
true. But
land one and then
I
also
don't know.
grab
It's a big commitment for.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna do it though.
Yeah, I
Parker diving off
actually
stage to make it a clean 2-stock JV3.
no bias in the comms. There is no bias in the comms. I love Zelda.
Listen, Blurr put up a really good show, but Parker made the adaptations necessary. and
Parker's just
he
kinda
switched up
sick,
their
you know?
pacing a lot.
It's kind of hard when your opponent's just that cool.
Yeah, I think.
All right. Link finishing with his armpit fetish pose. What's up?
The Link
I-
Picker pose.
All right, so where are we headed? We've got quite a few matches that are left to play out and gonna have some interesting results. We haven't seen Chocolate Lovin' at all tonight if we want to go over there. We've seen everybody else in that pool once.
This other pool, Lagonro is 4-0.
Yo, Parker's been holding there.